Welcome to upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today we have a terrific clash in store. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down for this offense. Let's go. From the shotgun, the inside give. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one.
And into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood, and it's a blockbuster.
I think so. And A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got and the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. Handoff from the gun. At the 35, he's open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Syracuse right back at it.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wagner. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option, you're not.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. Throws to the tight end. And that ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
They'll run it. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Tigers! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of score.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll line up for a second down play. Leaves it with the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Go!
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, what a grab by the defense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
You see these windows, they're getting smaller and smaller to throw into. Really nice job up by the defense that time, getting a hand in there, knocking that ball away.
He's going to take off. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Syracuse, 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period.
Let's go.
He's going to pass. Back open to middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Caught over the middle. It's Wagner. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line.
3:25.
He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Syracuse right back at it. They're going to run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right when you win.
And he's dragged down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He makes the connection. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Pulls it in. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
And this offense is going all over, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. Pressure coming. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Orange. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into you.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and
just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead play.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes, getting to the football.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Takes it the other way. Touchdown Tigers! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Washington is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Husky Stadium, but the purple and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Clemson. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This defense needed something to go right, man. They're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
It's complete to the right. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They're trying to get to it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The offense will quickly use a timeout. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12. Here's the handoff. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Got his man downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Syracuse 7.
Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Touchdown, Auburn! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Free safety roaming the middle of the field. You can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
That's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch him get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Using his feet to buy time. Got the back over the middle. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a short tackle.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going.
Here we go.
Trying to find his man on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Wagner. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Finds his tight end. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. Looking to throw it again. Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cuse. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for the team.
No doubt, first half, man, it looked like it was weak, it looked like it was ugly, but now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Lost a pass. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
34, Syracuse, 15.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Out of the gun, the inside give. At the 35, he's got room. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads it left. It's caught. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Now improvise. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He'll take another shot here. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
That's a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That's tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Wagner. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Syracuse right back at it. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Offense lining up quickly. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Got his man on the right. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter.
Auburn, 34. Syracuse, 15.
Got it. Syracuse has a really nice drive going.
Moves.
To the air on first down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. This time on target. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already four-down territory? They'll try to get it through the air. Works the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Syracuse. He has been surgical, precision passing, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down the approach all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying his defense.
Snap in the shotgun. Catch in the middle. It's Washington. Crosses the goal line with a two-point conversion, and it's an 11-point game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it, we didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll run it to the right. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes to the right. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tiger. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to USC. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So Reese, with that drive, I think...
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
A first down for the offense.
Jackrabbit.
Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Get set. Get set.
Rides to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Coming after it. He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the miss, fellas, still sitting on an 18-point lead. Have the ball back and ready to go to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
And he intercepts it. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He wants to throw. Extending the play. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
A 3rd and long coming up here. They'll run play action. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Tigers. And the pummeling has started. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have got things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. He makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Offense gets set for 2nd down.
29 Philly.
He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Orange. And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
Man, football, there's so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside. Oh, it's a fumble. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Not a lot of hope here. Now 3 possessions late.
Yeah, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Tiger. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. And a quick shuffle pass underneath.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He's got the back in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to.
What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Auburn! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Offense set on first down. He's going to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one stop with this many points that are being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
So that's going to do it for us.